So what can nature teach you about spiritual growth, about spiritual truth? Most importantly, how do you live so you can have a happy, fulfilled life, because you're on this planet to have that? Would you like more happiness, more fulfillment in your life? Is there some area where you're not actually having fulfillment in your life? Because sometimes people feel like, yeah, life's pretty good, but they have this one area that's just not quite working. And this is all about how do you actually have a completely happy and fulfilled life as you're growing spiritually, as you're excelling in the goals and dreams that you want to manifest in your life. So Holy Mary, Mother of Earth, came to me. I ask often, or not, I would say 99% of the time, I ask my spirit guides, Divine Mother, what do you want me to share for you that will help you, that will bless you, that will bring you into, manifesting more of what you want in your life, growing spiritually. And Holy Mary, Mother of Earth, came, and when she came to me, I was like, I think I'm supposed to do something on nature, but I still wasn't 100% clear on what that was. And so I went out for my bike ride, and that's one of the things I always recommend, is start your day doing something you love, and I love, riding my bike. I wish I could start it every day that way, but sometimes I can't. But I started out riding out in nature, and I was looking at nature, and as I looked out in nature, I went, this is what Holy Mary, Mother of Earth, is wanting me to share and talk to you about. She's guiding me to share with you how nature reflects the spiritual truths that you are supposed to be implementing in your life so that you can create a happy, fulfilled life. So let's talk a little bit about that, okay? Let's get going. So the first thing, I always talk about this, about how you're never standing still. You're either expanding or contracting, right? And expansiveness, if you're dissatisfied in any area of your life, it means that you're contractive in that area of your life. You're not expansive in your consciousness with it. You're not expansive in your willingness to do something new and different. You're not expansive in the way you think about it, because maybe you feel like this is just going to always be this way, or there's nothing you can do about it. That's contractive, okay? So what does nature show you? When you go out into nature, you look up at the blue sky, the beautiful blue sky, and just by the mere fact of sitting and looking at the sky, maybe watching the clouds, it can bring a more expansive energy into your energy. So you see, as you focus on that, wherever your attention goes, okay, energy flows. So if you're looking at the sky, at the more expansive sky, it's going to help you bring a more expansive energy into how you're looking at life yourself. Okay, so that's one of the first laws that is represented in nature. The other thing in nature that is so true is that nothing grows in a straight line. Look at it. Nature is continually streams going. They grow in this curvy way. Trees grow. They don't grow in a straight line. There's always branches going off, okay? Now, how does that help you? What truth is that showing you? When you're in a physical body, you don't grow in a straight line. People want, and you probably want it, right? This is a straight arrow, like kind of angled up, right? You want it always to be going up, or you want exponential effect straight up, like it kind of goes like this, and whoop, and you want it to go straight up, but you're wanting, like, you just think you should always be your best. You should always succeed. You should always, and if you don't, what happens? That judgmental voice comes out, right? And so if you think you're supposed to grow in that straight line, you will continually be frustrated. So what nature is trying to show you is that nothing grows in a straight line, and you want to understand that. You want to embrace that fact, that truth, when you're on the physical plane, that things don't grow in a straight line. So that when you have like what you might call a failure or a step back, that you go, this is still here working for me. It's not that I'm a failure. It's part of the process. Because when you start to understand through observing nature that, oh yes, nothing grows in a straight line, then you will be into the expansive side of your consciousness faster and quicker, rather than getting stuck in judgment of thinking, why did I do that? What's wrong with me? That was a bad choice. You just go, So if you've made a bad choice, I always recommend going out into nature and observing that law that, yes, nothing grows in a straight line, because it doesn't, okay? And the other thing I think that really can help people by looking at nature is, there's actually two more. One is Look at the birds. See, animals and nature can teach you so much. So I'm going to talk to you about birds. What do birds do to start their day? They wake up with the sun and it's coming up, and what happens? They start singing away about what a glorious day it is. They sing and sing and sing. And so they're starting their day doing something that I would think they love, because they're singing away. I mean, it feels that way when you listen to it, doesn't it? That they just love singing, and they are starting their day with this intention. So the more that you start your day with doing something, that's what the birds are representing to you, is that to start your day with something you love. All right? And then the fourth thing are, what does nature have? Nature has seasons, right? Seasons. We have 4 seasons in nature. You know, spring, summer, fall, winter. And you have to go through that process every year, right? Through that. They might slightly change each season, but you go through those seasons. Spring represents new beginnings, new growth, right? Fall represents letting go. Winter is going dormant, where you rest more, right? So you want to be able to look at those seasons, and how do you actually have to honor those seasons in your life, right? Because when you don't honor you, then you're going to now be struggling and feeling frustrated and dissatisfied. And most important, what can happen when you don't honor yourself is illness can arise. Now, I don't want that to happen for you, but it can happen. So you want to be able to know that I have to honor those 4 seasons. So what are those 4 seasons like for you in a human body? The 4 seasons are like, well, dormant, getting the amount of rest you need, right? That's important. So many people are go, 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 and they don't get enough sleep, and they use caffeine to get themselves going, and you don't want to do that. You want to take the time to actually get the rest, so you can you'll be at your best to get your ideas and succeed and be connected to nature, so you can understand the spiritual truths and laws that are being reflected to you to help you, okay? Fall, letting go. At the time I'm shooting this, we're going to be entering fall in the next, I don't know, what is it? It's 10 days or something like that. And that is about letting go. Letting go is about healing. Healing what is no longer serving you, healing and letting go of what has been holding you back, but really having that time in self-reflection to look at and go, what's been holding me back? What belief, what wound, emotional wound from childhood, and those things that hold you back is not only emotionally and mentally, but also energetically. That energy can get stuck in your body, and that's more than I can explain in this little video about how to let that go. But if you're someone who would like to know more about that, please share in the comments, because if I get enough interest in it, maybe I'll do a video on that, okay? But each season, I want you to look at that. Come out into the nature and look at, what is this season teaching me now? And that season, those 4 seasons are actually in your day of what you should be doing. Because spring is about, what do you want to bring forth of new growth in your life that maybe you're not satisfied with? Because when you're on that expansive side, you do that more, okay? So those are the areas I want you to actually now go out into nature, and I would love for you to come back and share after you go out into nature, what spiritual truth or what insight did you get that's going to help bring you from being dissatisfied in some area in your life to happy and fulfilled. All right? And if this helped you in any way, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with someone you know that would benefit, and I'll see you in the next video, and you have a miraculous day. Blessings.